Some people believe that the Malfuzat or sayings of the promised Messiah alayhi salam are more reliable as per the way they were recorded than the Hadith. Does Huzur think this is a right view, and how were they recorded exactly?
No, this is a very strange question, in fact, because he is talking of present history and comparing it with the history of 1400 years ago. And Hadith, he is misunderstood to be only that much as Malfuzat are. The amount of Hadith which was discarded by scholars as non-reliable was even more than the entire volumes of Malfuzat. You see, Imam Bukhari went in search of every person who had reported the Hadith. Now, I am coming to the point now. One Hadith was reported from a Darwish, a very pious man, he's a famous man, was a great Darwish who had devoted his life for Allah. And so, after a long search, he went into his house, and there was a full room, all racks were filled with books. So Malfuzat makes only a small packet. And Imam Bukhari said, "What is this?" He said, "This is all Hadith." He said, "Hadith? All this?" He said, "Yes." "Who reported it?" "I made it." Imam Bukhari was, exasperated. "What do you mean by you made it? You attributed things to Rasulullah sallam?" He said, "But I said only good things. This is what he came for." So when I said that the Malfuzat are only small chapter as compared to the Hadith, which was forged by even so many apparently pious people, you don't imagine how much people had gone to the trouble, had taken the trouble to go through investigation and so on. So Imam Bukhari, after rejecting perhaps 100,000 hadiths, collected only 6,000. No comparison is to be made between the present and the present history is just known. But if Malfuzat were reported after 300 years, would you believe them? Today, if somebody is just 100 years past, somebody says that somebody told him Islam this, said this and that, I said, no, it's impossible. All that was said has been recorded, and that's all. See? Please.
So,
again, one thing should be remembered, that although it's just 100 years past, there are some contradictions which one has to resolve. In some reporting, there is something said, and in another reporting something else is said. And many times I receive very difficult questions about this. This reporter says this and that reporter says that. So this change of versions is because of bad hearing or missing some words. So if you compare this with the hadith which I quote during my sermons, the hadith speaks for itself. That's deep depth of wisdom. Sometimes I found out of my depths to describe everything in detail, but whatever I do, people understand then that the wisdom of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam doesn't require a reliable reporter. It speaks for itself. Again, the same wisdom can be recognized in Malfuzat and the books of Muslim Islam when he speaks of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and based on his hadith. It's a profound thing. This is why repeatedly after the hadith I quote Muslim Malfuzat, which throw great light on hadith which we fail to understand beforehand. So now you understand the whole comparison. Good question. I think it has covered many aspects of this question.